Hey, what's up guys? It's Max from Galaxy of Film here. I'm at Nightmare Weekend Richmond, thanks to GalaxyCon of course. And today we're with Clint Howard. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Max.
Good to hear, good to hear. I'm glad to see you this weekend over here, having a great time at Nightmare Weekend of course.
Yes.
Just got a couple questions for you real quick.
Sure.
So first of all, this guy is a great friend of the podcast. We found him on a couple of times as well. Uwe Boll, you were in a film of his, the Third Blood Rain movie. I was curious, do you have any memories or stories about that film in particular that come out to mind?
I've actually worked for Uwe a number of times, and I really like him. He's a bold filmmaker. He's got a really interesting sense of humor, and the fact that he's made movies is I applaud him.
Absolutely, I 100% agree. He's one of my most respectable filmmakers because he makes movies for himself, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I love that. But yeah, also, you're in a ton of movies. It's kind of ridiculous how many acting credits you have. I was curious, do you have like a top 3 or 4 that you like to, think on like fondly when it comes to your filmography that come out?
Some of my filmography, just the bulk of it is just because I've been in the business for 62 years. So it's just, if you do the math, 3 or 4 jobs a year, it ends up being a boatload of projects. But I would put Apollo 13.
Okay.
Apollo 13 is really at the top because the quality of the movie and listen, I grew up being a space guy and,
Me too. Okay, I get
I
that.
loved it and I still do. So, Apollo 13's right there. Listen, Adam Sandler with both Waterboy and Little Nicky gave me an opportunity to be really funny and make a connection with the fans. So, I have the utmost respect for Adam, and I just think, Waterboy and Little Nicky, Little Nicky is a memorable character, me playing Nipples, I don't need love, I'm good.
Very solid picks, very solid. And my last question for you too, of course, we gotta talk about Terrifier 3 for a second. Saw it the other night, I had a chance to talk with David earlier too. Dude, your scene alone is the best scene, and not only that film, but the whole franchise in my opinion. I love it. You guys are absolutely awesome in that scene, in that movie in general. Do you have any stories or memories that come to mind with that scene? What was it like for you?
Oh no, it's a very creative environment. Damien Leone, the director, the writer, the brains, we immediately had a connection. In fact, we met at a horror convention.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was actually my wife that said, you should have them, just say, you want to get killed by art. And so I did. I said, Damien, I want to get killed by art. He goes, I think we can make that happen.
Hey.
But a very creative environment. He's a great director. I'd love to work for him some more. And it was a fun couple of days.
Awesome. That's awesome. And congratulations on the success that Terrifier 3 has been. Like you said, you are incredible in it. That whole scene stands out more than anything in the entire movie.
Well, listen, thank you, Max. But it couldn't have happened to nicer people.
Sure. I love it, man. I love it. Well, thank you for taking time out to come talk with us and spend some time here at Nightmare Weekend at GalaxyCon, of course. But thanks, you guys, for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.